What's up, YouTube? My name's Kyle Adams. I'm going to profile a deck that I played at the Indianapolis Mini Marathon for Cities. I made top 8 with it on day 1 in Fishers. So if you know anything about
pretty awesome.
Yeah. So if you know anything about me, you know that I played Steel.
This video is brought to you by Old Spice Pure Sport Deodorant, because some of you fuckers could use it.
Preach.
Take a goddamn shower before you go to a tournament, for those of you who don't. For those of you who do, continue to do so.
The first one is, I played 4 Bronzor, which I just realized these are not my Bronzor. I let somebody borrow them, they gave them back to me. Mine were all reverse hollow, but that's okay. I played 4 Bronzor, the 50 HP. I didn't have the 60 HP. I actually played it on day 2, the 60 HP Bronzor, and I think I actually like this one a little better because of the 1 retreat cost. So I don't know, I'm still up in the air about that, but 4 Bronzor, so that's good. I played 3 Bronzong. I would like to have played 4, but usually when I'm building a deck and I need room for something, that's the first thing that I cut is the 4th Bronzong, because with Sacred Ash you can always get it back, and you're not going to have all 4 out at a time, so 3 generally does the trick. 2 Zorua, because Zorua's the best card in the format. No, because we played 2 Zoroark, which is awesome. It's probably one of the best cards in the new set. It did so much work for me. It's a great attacker. It's obviously great for stand-in, and then you can attach Floatstone to it and retreat, but it's just an all-around great card. 1 prize attacker that can really do some serious damage. But for my main attacker in this deck, I played Lugia EX. So it's a little different. People play Aegislash, Dialga, all that good stuff. They don't think Lugia. It's a deck that I played a lot last year with Mewtwo, and it's the same idea. You want to get a double colorless on and start putting pressure early. You just want to be fast, and if you're consistent and fast, you can usually do enough damage to win some games. Another great thing about Lugia is Deep Hurricane with the Muscle Band. You can do 170 if there's a stadium in play, so it one-shots anything with 170. A little frustrating when you're playing something with 180, but it's pretty good. Of course, any Steel deck, we're going to put 1 Aegislash EX in there. Not as good as he used to be with the addition of Hex Maniac into a lot of decks, but he can still stall, force people to have the Hex Maniac or the Lysander or the VS Seeker, and he can also put out a lot of damage as well, as he does 40 plus 20 for each metal energy on him. Last minute addition to the deck, thanks to my friend Jared Schaffner, JD Schaffner. We put in 1 Swablu, 1 Altaria, just because, you know, with your main attacker Lugia and so much, what I thought there'd be a lot of Manectric. I didn't play any Manectric. I did play a couple of Night March decks, and it wasn't really useful against Night March because Night March already does enough to knock you out. This is probably the first thing I'm going to drop, just because I didn't see enough Manectric to really make it useful. It would swing the Manectric matchup in your favor because they can't one-shot you, but really, in 2 days I didn't use Altaria at all. 2 days of this tournament I haven't used it. And I'm not sure what I'm playing tomorrow. I may play this. I'm still trying to decide, but if I do play this tomorrow, these will not be in it. So we'll see. Probably the best card in the game right now. I played 3 Shaman EX.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Just draw support's hard to come by anymore, so having Shaman in your deck, you have to have Shaman in your deck. 3 is just, I think, the perfect amount. There's usually 1 there, you don't prize it. There's usually 1 there when you need 1, and if you need 1 late game, you can keep 1 in your deck to use. So 3 Shaman EX was pretty good. I did like Sky Returning for knockout against Joltix. That was always fun, but so Shaman actually does attack too for me sometimes. Supporters. I played 4 Professor Sycamore. It's
Pretty
the best.
standard.
Yeah, it's the best draw supporter we have, and in a format where we need lots of draw support. So I mean, not a lot to talk about there. Heretic's favorite card. I played 2 Professor Birch.
I hate that thing.
2 Professor Birch's Observations. I actually got to play Heretic in round 1 yesterday, and I flipped tails on both of my Birches, and he was quick to remind me
That's why I don't play that card.
That's why he doesn't play this card. It's really not that bad of a card, though. It's good for draw support. When I originally built this deck, like at the beginning when I was testing it, I had 4 birches in there just because I'm used to playing 4 ends, so I just took 4 ends out, put 4 birches in there to see what was going on. That was too much, obviously. We narrowed it down to 2. Yeah, you could probably go to 1, but it's always nice to have a supporter, so I like it at 2. After regionals last fall in Fort Wayne, I decided I would never again play a deck with only 1 Lysander, so there's 2 in here, and I'm going to stick to that for a while. No trouble with this. This was the perfect count. I usually always had one when I needed one, or the VS Seeker to get it, when I needed it. So
amen to that.
With 2 Lysander and 4 VS Seekers, perfect, I think. And I played 1 Hex Maniac. I never used Hex Maniac. I used Hex Maniac once and it hurt me because I'm dumb. In top 8, I played Hex Maniac when I had an Aegis Latch active, so I'll let you figure out why that was dumb.
Yeah. And we wonder why you didn't go to top 4.
Yeah, no, I don't. 2 Skyfield. Originally there was 3 stadiums in here. I was playing with Faded Town and Skyfield, kind of mix and match. Then I went to 3 Skyfield, 3 Faded Town. I decided that the megas weren't enough of an issue to Faded Town, just really wasn't very useful, so I played Skyfield instead. Then I dropped down to 2. I felt like that was the right amount. There was one game today, but I didn't do particularly good today, where I was desperately looking for a Skyfield and I could not find it. So sorry
about that.
So I played 2 Skyfield. I would say the right amount. I did want an extra one in there today, but I don't know that was just bad luck. So 3 VS Seeker, of course.
Pretty sure that's 4.
4 VS Seeker. Wow. Can't even count. Sorry, I'm tired, you all. 4 VS Seeker. And just, pretty standard. You don't have a lot of draw support, like I said. You need to get those Hex Maniacs out, those Lysanders out when you need them, so 4 is pretty standard. Good decision. I'd play 8 if I could.
Heck yeah.
4 Ultra Ball. Like I said, you want consistency. You want to be able to get Shamans. You want to be able to get Bronzongs, Zoroarks, whatever. Ultra Ball gets you all that. Put some metals in the discard pile. That's always good. 2 Trainers Mail. I had 3 Trainers Mail. Probably actually when I started I had 4, but the deck is so tight. I kept cutting down to 2. I would have liked to have had 3. Trainers Mail was always good to have. Like I never had a Trainers Mail in my hand. I was like, oh, I wish I didn't have that card. 2 Battle Compressor. When I first started playing Metal like a year ago, when Phantom Forces came out, I probably played 4 Battle Compressor every time, and it's just too much. 2 is really the perfect number. 3 is okay, but can be overkill. The only problem with 2 is if you don't see it early, sometimes you can have trouble, but really you only need to see it like in the first 2 or 3 turns before you really need it. It's not like a deck that requires you to have a lot of Battle Compressors in there. 1 Sacred Ash. This I played over the 4th Bronzong because it can be more than just a Bronzong. It can be anything that you need. Zoroark, Bronzor, anything. So I like Sacred Ash in here. It's a really good card.
It's like Ditto. Anything you want me to be.
3 Floatstone. A lot of people play 2. I just feel that's not consistent enough. I've always played 3 in my metal lists, and with Zoroark being already harder to get out than a Keldeo was, 3 Floatstone I think is the way to go. And it was perfect amount. Like I said, I wouldn't have changed that. 3 Muscle Band. Yeah, just to extra 20 damage. I mean, like with Lugia, you're trying to attack it early and often, so any extra damage helps. So 3 Muscle Band there. And then finally, my energy count. I played 6 Metal Energy, which, you will always want to have more, but it's kind of tight. And then 4 DCE.
That's what she said.
So 10 energy seemed like enough. Never really had energy droughts or energy issues. This seemed like the perfect amount. Maybe 1 more metal. That way you could get a really big Aegis Lash out, but... Sorry. But yeah, so anyway, that's my deck. Like I said, I went 4-1 in 1 day 1. I lost to Night March twice that day. Once in top 8 and then once during the Swiss rounds. I did beat 1 Night March, so I was pretty
sure you lost to Night March twice in top 8.
Well, I mean, yeah, twice. Yeah. Game 1 and game 2. But I lost.
That's my point.
I lost,
that's all good.
Yeah, I lost 2 matches to Night March.
Yeah.
And I beat one at March, so that was good. But that's my deck. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. I'm thinking about playing it tomorrow. I've got another deck I'm working on that maybe I might play tomorrow. I don't know. But either way, I feel like this list is consistent and it's good, and that's my deck.
All right. See you guys later. Cheers.